Hello, my name is Jerry Diarte, and thank you for tuning in to this episode of Hawthorne Youth Summer Clinics. On this episode, we're going to be showing you how to dribble the ball properly. So now let's get started. In order to start with dribbling, you need to understand the basics of what parts of your feet to use when you're dribbling the soccer ball. So to start off, we're going to highlight the 4 different areas of your foot that you're going to be using. The first of which is going to be the top or the shoelaces. The second is going to be the outside parts of your shoe. The third one is going to be the inside. And the last part is going to be the bottom or the sole. So to get your kids familiar with the 4 parts of their foot that they can dribble the ball with, you can do something simple where you just have them take a knee or stand up however they feel more comfortable. And basically, you call the part of the foot that they're going to want to identify, and then your child's going to be rubbing that part of the foot for a specific set of time. So 5 seconds, for example. The reason why you want your kids identifying that part of your foot or why they're rubbing that part of the foot is, for example, if a coach or you're playing soccer with your child and you have them say, kick the ball with the inside part of your foot or dribble the ball with the outside, you want them to be familiar with what part of that foot they're going to be using. So for the first exercise, the parent was going to call the shoelace part of it or the top part. So when you call that, have your child rub it for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once they're done, you're going to have them do the outside for also 5 seconds. Once they do the 5 seconds, they're going to move over to the inside. That's the third part. So you're going to count out to 5. And then last but not least, you're going to be doing the bottom or the sole part. So just have them extend their foot and just identify that part of their foot for also 5 seconds. Once they have mastered the 4 areas of the foot that they're going to be using, you can incorporate fun or creative games to kind of quiz them on being able to identify those parts. So for example, you can say, Simon says touch the outside, and they got to touch the outside. Simon says touch the top or the shoelace, and then they get touch the top or the shoelace. Just be creative, have fun with it. So here's an example of what you can use in order to practice your dribbling skills. So here we have 2 sets of cone areas that we're going to be incorporating. The first one is just basically laying out 2 cones at a specific distance apart from each other. You could use a water bottle or anything to mark down your area. So what you want to do is have your child stand at one part of one end of the markings, and then just have them go up and down using a specific part of their foot to dribble the ball. So for this first one, I can say we're going to go up 2 times, up and back 2 times, using the inside part of your foot to dribble the ball. And that's all you're going to be using, just the inside, and then just go all the way up and then all the way back. You could do that 2 times or as many times as you want to call it. It doesn't have to be this close. Depending on the age of the child, you can extend it, or depending on the skill level of your child, you can also make them go a little bit faster. If they're beginners, I like to start with just walking so that they slowly build up their skill and their control of the ball. Then after you do the inside, you can proceed with going with the outside. Also, just tapping with the outside and just making sure that their toes curve in, and then they're just hitting the outside parts of the ball. And then you can also proceed with part of their foot. So just using shoelace, control the ball, shoelace. Okay. And for the last one, the sole part, you don't have to dribble the ball. Using the sole is basically just getting comfortable with putting your foot on top of the ball and just basically moving the ball, balancing it as you're shifting your body because you're gonna be using this when you have an opponent guarding you trying to take the ball away. You're gonna focus on basically just using the bottom part to keep the ball away from them. And you wanna focus the ball being in the middle to toe area. You don't wanna use the heel because then that would cause you to lose balance and lose possession of the ball. So a couple of drills that you can use to incorporate the dribbling abilities is using cones. In order to build your dribbling skills is setting them up in a zigzag pattern. So what you want to do is just have your child stand on one end and then have them zigzag through the cones using the part of the foot that you have called out. So if you want to use the inside part of your feet, you can use both feet, you can have them use one, but make sure that you always start off with them walking first, because we don't want to lose control of the ball. So we want to slowly build that skill. So what we want to do, we start off on one cone and just using the inside parts of your foot. So just curling around. Once you have gone through the whole drill, you can change it up and you can do combinations, or you can have them do other parts of their feet. Remember, you can have them use one foot or both feet if they want to. Have fun with it, just be creative. Think of other ways that you can have your child use their dribbling skills to improve their ball handling ability. So that about wraps it up. Thank you guys for tuning in, and check us out next time when we show you how to properly handle the ball.